Hello. Okay, so let's talk about why I chose to get a Telecaster as my child. Now, as my first guitar that I want to heavily break in. I've had other guitars before this. I started playing guitar when I was in 8th grade, but now I am not in 8th grade. I am going to be a junior in college at Rhode Island School of Design. And yeah, so I wanted to get something. I had an acoustic before and I have a Les Paul, but it's kind of just like a nicer one that I don't really want to use all the time. So I needed just like, your everyday pickup, jam on guitar. So I chose a Telecaster because I looked to my inspirations as I was watching many YouTube videos on trying to figure out if I wanted a Strat or a tele. I found that a lot of people and guitarists that I was inspired by use Telecasters. I mean, I'm sure they use Stratocasters at one point as well, but I just like the classic feel of the Telecaster and the classic look of it. And instead of being more rock-ish, it's more of like a mellow rock, like instead of like hardcore. The sound is a lot more warm, and yeah, I just like that. So it was a combination of factors, but I went with the Squire Telecaster because I'd heard that it was a great guitar for its price. I want to say I got this, I believe it was like I think it was $149.99, which is so cheap for a guitar. So cheap. If you ever watch, check out like how they make guitars, like a video, because there's literally like 500 to 600 steps to make a guitar, and they're made by hand and they're sanded, all the edges, and just the complexity to making one of these beautiful creatures is insane, and one of the reasons I really like them. And having a good guitar, having a guitar that looks good, sounds good, just will make you so much happier. So finding a guitar that's right for you and that you love is important. So I wanted to talk about why this guitar was that for me. Yeah, I love the simplicity of it as well. Only got 2 knobs. It's got a metal pickup and a regular pickup. I'm not even gonna act like I know exactly, but I'm trying to learn about all of the actual terminology about guitars, because I think it's an important part of being a guitar player, is knowing all of the different mechanics that go into the sound and the pickup, and because it's important, so yeah, so this is my tele. I haven't played like a $3,000 Telecaster, but I have been listening to music just like religiously since birth, and having an ear for sound and for what sounds good and warm and clean, like just even like just, woo, it's loud. Like, if you don't think that sounds good, then I don't know, you must just be the toughest sound critic there is, because that sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty nice, goosebump worthy. So yeah, I definitely, if you're considering getting a Telecaster, or you just like were initially just thinking, oh, first guitar, Strat, give that a second thought, because this Telecaster is honestly like amazing, and it can help you like stand out from the rest of the people that you may be learning with. If they all have Strats and then you come in with the Telecaster, be like, oh, huh, why'd you choose that? Or like, what do you like about that? Or, you know, like tell them you're inspired by the Beatles, or like, I don't know. Just like, don't automatically, like, it's the same thing with life, you know? Don't just follow the status quo and do what everybody's doing or do what you think you should do, you know? Explore other options. And in this case, choosing a telecaster over a strat was like one of the best decisions I ever made. I'm definitely gonna get a Stratocaster at some point, but I think that I'm gonna wait till further down the line and invest in a nice one, like a Player Series or American or something like that. That's a little bit more pricey. That'll be my reward in my drive to become much better. That'll be my reward at the end of that journey. Well, not the end, but certainly further down the line. So yeah, I think it's great. One of the downsides, I think, though, something that I've just been realizing lately, is that there's a couple things that I have to say that are negative. But it is what this is why you have multiple guitars, right? Because like they all aren't perfect. I mean, there might be one that's perfect, but if it is, I haven't met it yet. So the thing with the tele is that this little adjustment knob here, hold on, this little adjustment knob here, you see that? This? When you strum down, sometimes, like I was trying to do some funky, like funk palm muting and stuff, and so you hit it because it's very close to the strings. So this is a problem too, because it kind of like restricts the free flowing motion that you have with your arms when you play. You kind of have to stop abruptly here unless you want to hit it. So that's actually a pretty big problem. But I guess I'm gonna just try to strum higher up, or just try to do the best I can to avoid it. And right now I'm trying to practice a lot on finger mechanics, you know, getting my flexibility and coordination along the frets really seamless and clean. So it's kind of working for me using the Telecaster, because while I do love to play songs that have like heavy strumming, I can leave that for my other guitars, or I can just strum higher up and, you know, focus mainly on mechanics with this guitar, which is like a strong basic that I really want to learn as I would call myself beginner / intermediate. So that's really what I want to focus on perfecting anyway. So while it is kind of a con, not a con, but just an imperfection, it's fine because it excels in so many other ways, and there is like a semi way to get around it. Like, it's not completely restrictive, but you will feel that little knob there as you play sometimes. So that's one little thing that I did want to warn you about. I don't know if other players realize this. If you do, leave a comment if I'm just weird and you don't hit that, or if you do and it's a common problem, just let me know. It'd be good to know. Yeah, so I don't know, just what I wanted to say. If I were to rate this guitar, if I were to rate it, I would give it a 8.5 out of 10. It's really good. It's really good. And I play it, and like sometimes when I play certain chords and certain things like that, I literally, you know, it's goosebumps, you know, it's so good. It's so warm and the tone is so beautiful. But I wouldn't say it's like 10 out of 10. Like, it would have to be blowing me away to be 10 out of 10. Blowing me away to be 10 out of 10. Which, I have a little surprise coming up. I'm gonna do another video on in 2 weeks. So not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, I'm gonna do another video unboxing a guitar that may be rated higher than this. I know in the beginning I was talking about like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna break this in super hardcore, you know, and then get a nicer guitar. But actually I ended up trading in one of my older acoustics. It was like a Breedlove. I probably played it like twice in my life, but I had it for like 3 years. I don't know why I thought I needed an acoustic. I have a small acoustic right now. It's like a travel one, a mini one. But yeah, I didn't need it. I just, I don't play it because like, if you're gonna play loud, I want the electric guitar loud and I want to play the electric guitar. I don't want to play an acoustic. Anyway, I turned it in, so I got some money, you know, as one does when one turns one thing in. And something caught my eye in the store, so, and I also had a gift card for Guitar Center that I'd gotten like a couple years ago that I'm finally using now. So that gift card combined with the trading in is giving me a new child, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna do a reveal for you guys, and wow, am I going to incite some jealousy? You don't even know, okay? You don't even know. All right, I'll see you then.